Hello and welcome to Cupcakes and Crafts. Today I'll be showing you how to make this chocolate cake and a fudgy buttercream to go with it. You will need 2 cake tins, a wooden spoon, a spatula, and I decorated mine with raspberries. You will also need 8 ounces of butter, 8 ounces of sugar. I'm also using 6.5 ounces of sifted self-raising flour along with 1.5 ounces of Bournville cocoa powder. It's nice and rich, this one. I'm adding a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I've got 4 nice large eggs, 2 tablespoons of milk and a pinch of salt. The first thing you want to do is grease your cake tin just by rubbing a little bit of butter around the sides, and if you're using a metal tin, line it with baking paper and then preheat your oven at 180. Then with your sugar and butter you want to give them a really good beat together. We want to get this mixture nice and fluffy and paler in colour. When your mixture's ready, it's then time to add the eggs. You want to add your eggs one by one, giving each one a mix through before you add the next. Then in with your teaspoon of vanilla. After that's all had a good mix together, it's time to add the dry ingredients: flour, cocoa powder and salt. Gently mix all this together. If you find your mixture's getting a little bit thick or stiff, it's time to add your milk. When everything's well combined, it's time to divide the mixture between both cake tins and bake in the oven. Your cake should take about 30 minutes in the oven, and you'll know when they're done because when you take them out they'll be nice and springy to the touch. And when they are done, we're just going to leave them to the side to cool down while we get on with the fudgy buttercream. If you're a little bit short on time or you've had enough of baking for today, you can always opt to buy a store-bought chocolate frosting, and this is the one that I've just found in my supermarket. But to go ahead and make your own, you want 200 grams of butter, 200 grams of chocolate and 200 grams of icing sugar. The first thing we're going to do is mix together the butter and the icing sugar until it becomes lighter again in colour, and then we're going to melt the chocolate and then add that into a buttercream mixture. And then we're going to keep mixing until that chocolate is all the way through that butter and icing sugar. And when it looks a little something like this, you can just cover it with cling film and that'll keep it fresh and not let it form a crust until you're ready to use it. And to stack your cake, you want to take a small amount of your frosting and place it onto whatever you are displaying your cake on. This will just stop your cake from sliding around or moving around. And then go ahead and place your first layer of cake, followed by a generous amount of your frosting, and then you want to just work it out like I am all the way to the edge, kind of taking care to not go over the edge too much. And once you're happy with that, you can go ahead and place the next layer of cake and then do pretty much the same thing on the top with the frosting, applying a generous amount and push it all the way out to the edge. And just keep working it until you feel happy with it. I'm actually putting mine a little bit thicker towards the edge of the cake. As you can see, I'm applying more, and that's just to bring the sides of the cake to be level with the centre of the cake. And then taking my knife, I'm just clearing it up, ready to decorate. You can choose to decorate your cake however you like, using whatever you like. You could do Maltesers, but I just opted for raspberries. I did try and make mine look neat by placing them evenly around the top of the cake, but you don't have to. You can do a neep in the middle if you want. Just decorate it however you feel comfortable. I hope you've enjoyed this chocolate cake recipe. It's easy and straight to the point. Thank you very much for watching.